tying this all together, what this means is that if Yeshua gave this number as a symbol to his disciples, and now the prime minister is throwing this number out there for the whole world to see, and not many will understand, but those who study the Bible will, they will see and understand that perhaps what he's trying to say with this number is that we need to prepare ourselves, because that temple, that third temple, is going to be rebuilt very soon. Now, this is all just speculation, of course, but it's very, very likely that that is what he's trying to say. Now, we already know what this means. We already know what has to happen in order for the third temple to be rebuilt. But I just want to make things clear. This third temple is not the Antichrist temple, okay? Let's get that in our heads. The third temple does not belong to the Antichrist. It doesn't matter what the pastors and teachers and leaders and theologians and church fathers have taught us. The temple does not belong to the Antichrist. It is God's temple, and I can prove it to you. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, specifically verse 4, when Paul is talking about the man of lawlessness or the Antichrist, he's telling us how things are going to happen. And in verse 4, it says, he will oppose and will exalt himself over everything that is called God or is worshipped, so that he sets himself up in God's temple, proclaiming himself to be God. So let us stop with this blasphemy of saying that this temple that is going to be rebuilt is demonic or blasphemous or against God, or that it belongs to the Antichrist, because we have, and this is only one of many scriptures that tell us that this temple that is going to be rebuilt belongs to God. It is God's temple, because let's remember, when he was giving these instructions to Moses, he said, be careful to build this exactly as it says in the instructions that I have given you, because this earthly tabernacle is a representation of the heavenly one. So this is not just something that God came up out of nowhere. This was not man's idea. This came from God, so that we could have a physical representation of what things are like in the heavenly realm, so that we could have a physical representation of God's presence here on earth, okay? I just want to make that clear, and we can see this all throughout scripture. So it is God's temple that is going to be rebuilt, because it represents God's presence, and it represents his kingdom and the fact that he is king and he